Welcome to ebsmauritius.com, your trusted solution for e-invoicing compliance in Mauritius. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with future updates. In this video, we'll guide you through how to integrate ebsmauritius.com with QuickBooks Online. ebsmauritius.com works seamlessly with all versions of QuickBooks Online. This flexibility ensures that regardless of your system setup, your invoicing is streamlined and compliant. Now, let's talk about setting up the integration. The first step to using ebsmauritius.com is to follow the normal process of registering your business with the MRA as an economic operator. Our team can help you with this. Once registration is complete, you will need to log into your QuickBooks Online. Once you have logged in, on the bottom left, you will see the Apps section. Click it, then click Find Apps. Select ebsmauritius.com from the list of apps. Click Install, and accept the permissions. Once it is installed, the first time you open the app, you will be asked for an access code. Once your MRA registration is complete, we will send you this access code. Once you receive this, enter it in the activation code field and click Activate. You can now start issuing MRA-compliant invoices. Next, let's look at the data required for clients and invoices. When setting up your clients in QuickBooks, you need to make sure you have the following mandatory information. The client's country, their VAT number in the address details so that it is displayed on the invoice, their BRN for Mauritian companies, which should also be included in the address details so that it is also displayed on the invoice. You should also ensure that your tax is set up correctly. Your VAT should have the letters VAT in the tax name field so that it is correctly identified as a VAT tax. Zero-rated items should have the letters 0 in the tax name field, and exempted items should have the letters exempted in the tax name field. For each invoice, you must also include a description of the goods or services provided, quantity, any discounts and taxes. It's crucial that this data is correct. Any errors in the VAT, BRN or country details will cause the MRA to reject the invoice. We understand that for our clients with a large number of customers, it can be difficult to ensure that all of this data is correct. To assist in this, we offer initial data cleanup services with our KYC department. If you send your invoices directly from QuickBooks Online, you will need to turn off the option to include PDF on the email. This stops QuickBooks from sending the non-compliant invoice, and only send the MRA fiscalized invoice. If you do not turn this off, your customers will both the invoice without and with the QR code. Now, let's move on to how you can create an invoice. To create an invoice or credit note, the process is the same as creating any other invoice or credit note in QuickBooks. Once you save an invoice, it will be automatically sent to ebsmauritius.com for fiscalization. Within seconds, the system will attach the MRA compliance invoice to the invoice you have just created, confirming that the invoice is compliant and ready for submission. Sometimes, this does not happen if there are any errors in the invoice or the customer information. Let's take a look at how to find any errors. Let us create an invoice that will have a few errors and then we will see how to resolve these errors. As you can see, the invoice has been created, but there is no MRA-compliant invoice copy attached to it. To find any errors, click on the Apps option on the bottom left, then click Launch on the ebsmauritius.com app. This will open the ebsmauritius.com QuickBooks dashboard. This dashboard shows all invoices and credit notes that have been sent to ebsmauritius.com for fiscalization, and their status. In addition, it offers a second option to download compliant invoice PDF. If there's an error, you will see that the invoice does not have a green check mark and is still being processed. In addition, you will see the error message below the invoice. In this case, the error is showing that the customer has no BRN, or the BRN is incorrect. Let's go back to the customer and fix this. We will add the BRN and save the customer. Let's go back to the ebsmauritius.com dashboard and check the status of the invoice, back in the dashboard. We can see we have a new error. This time the error is showing that the customer has no VAT number. Let's go back and fix this. When we check again, we see that now the invoice has been processed successfully. We can now download the invoice copy here on the dashboard, or go back to QuickBooks to check if the MRA-compliant invoice has been attached. This process is the same for credit notes. Please note that once an invoice has been fiscalized and posted, any further changes to it will not be reflected in the MRA-compliant invoice copy, so please make sure you have your invoice details correct before saving on QuickBooks. Another thing to note is that invoices and credit notes are fiscalized sequentially. So if an invoice or credit note has an error, the subsequent invoice or credit note will not be fiscalized until the error is resolved. Additionally, it's important to ensure that your invoice numbers and credit note numbers are in sequence, as MRA expects them to fiscalized in sequence. If you see that the invoice is still being processed and there is no error message, please wait for a few minutes and check again, as at times it may take a few minutes if the MRA platform is busy. You may, however, continue saving new invoices, and when it resumes, ebsmauritius.com will catch up and fiscalize all the pending invoices. If you have any questions, please contact our support team at support@ebsmauritius.com or post on the comments below. Please like and subscribe to stay up to date with future updates. Thank you for watching.